Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good day, and if you're not, I hope some blueprints can help brighten your day. I had a great Thanksgiving. I took the week off. I ate some food. I hung out with some loved ones, and I'm feeling refreshed and ready to dive into some blueprints. So let's get right to it. Last episode left off with us setting up everything so that we could figure out what's at the end of this "In Aries Court the King Now Lays" poem. We've got the right number of stars to get a Southern Cross. All we have to do is spend our gems, not pick up any items, go down to Aries Court at 1:30. Pretty simple, right? Wrong. You know this game. Everything goes awry. Don't worry, we do get there today. It's not smooth sailing. We don't get there right away. But let's go ahead and just get to it and see what happens. So, like I said, day 78 was supposed to be the day. We had everything set up properly to figure out what's going on with Aries Court, and it just turns into a disaster. Our second draft of the day is an observatory where we find our Southern Cross, and we decide not to take the Spiral of Stars in case it gives us an item or something. We still don't quite know what this does. So now all we need to do is spend our second gem. We're all set. While looking for a place to spend our gem, we grab the archives so that if we have time, we can go grab the file cabinet from the tunnel to test out. Turns out this was a terrible decision. Somehow we haven't managed to find a room that costs 1 gem yet, so we just grab the study and then use our gem to re-roll our next draft. Now that our pockets are empty and our 5 stars have aligned, it's time to go grab our treasure trove and then check out Aries Court. Did you remember that treasure trove costs a gem? Because I didn't.
Treasure trove costs a gem? Fuck.
Dummy. Luckily, we don't need the treasure trove. We're expecting Aries Court to give us the key, but still, it hurts to mess something up so trivial after all the setup that we've done. So we just grab a root cellar and then head down to Aries Court, just to verify that we're gonna need to wait until 1:30. And nothing happens as expected, so we set an alarm for 35 minutes. Yeah, we tested out a long time ago that an hour in blueprints is about 7.5 minutes in real life time. So we calculate that 1:30 is 35 minutes of real life time away, which is just a preposterous amount of time to sit and wait. So we decided to go test out the file cabinet key in the archives.
There was no indication of where it would work, like the other file cabinet key came with an explanation of where to bring it to. Oh shit, do I not use it in here? Oh man, I wonder, maybe it works down in the basement? Well, crap. I need to find where to use this file cabinet key, or I've screwed myself. Because I'll have an item when I get there. I was so confident that was going to work in archives, I possibly screwed myself. We still have Blessing of the Monk, so if we've screwed ourselves, we just try again tomorrow. You won't have the cross tomorrow. I won't have the cross tomorrow. That is unfortunately correct. Okay, well, hopefully I find where to use this cabinet key. I was so confident that was going to work in the archives that it didn't even occur to me this might screw me. Didn't work on those. Okay, there's more here. Oh my god. No, not like this. Not like this. Please just work here. No, not like this. Oh my god. I can't think of any other. Slow down? Okay, thank you for telling me. But why? I have to point it at the keyhole? This is not like with the shovel, where they are trying to hide something you can't accidentally stumble upon. I'm holding a file cabinet key. Just trigger on this whole file cabinet. Okay. Thank you for telling me. I would have literally left. To the Baroness of Mount Holly for her own hand. Oh, it didn't use the key. It didn't use it. We have to hope to draft the lost and found and ditch it. That sucks, man. Oh, that sucks. To the Baroness of Mount Holly for her own hand. Numeric cores. Our blue tent note from the vault. The family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. Okay. Maybe that's... I mean, core... Maybe that's not what I thought it was. By the third era, numeric cores had final...
Alrighty, numeric cores. I spend quite a bit of time theorizing about this, so I'm going to just explain it more concisely right now. Numeric cores are an outdated mathematical concept in the world of blueprints that haven't been used for a long time, but this is how they work. To find a numeric core, you need to start with a number with 4 or more digits. You break that number up into 4 separate numbers, like so. Then you have to assign each number a different color, which our friend the dartboard has taught us corresponds to a mathematical operation. You have to assign those colors in such a way that you end up with a valid positive whole number, and the goal is to find the smallest possible value. If the result is larger than 3 digits, you repeat the process with your new number, and so in the case of our example value of 86,455, our numeric core is 18. Hopefully I didn't lose you there. Don't worry, we won't be figuring out what to actually do with this information for quite a while, but feel free to theorize in the comments if you think you know what's going on. Now, back to the current problem at hand. Opening the file cabinet did not remove the key from your inventory, so we're going to need to track down a lost and found to ditch the key. This sucks. I really wish it just got used up when you opened the file cabinet, but alas. While looking for the lost and found, we find a planetarium. We check out the star schedule to figure out when our next Southern Cross will be if we don't manage to succeed today. We're at 105 stars, and the next Southern Cross will be at 109. So if we fail today, then tomorrow, if we find an observatory and a planetarium, that puts us at 108, meaning the next day will be 109 and we can start again. Unfortunately, after all the running around we did, steps are not on our side, and plus we can't pick up items or gold or anything, so we don't manage to find the lost and found today. So, day 78, fail. That makes day 79's goal singular. Well, I guess 3 steps. Step 1, find an observatory. Step 2, find a planetarium. Step 3, end our day in the planetarium. We complete step 1 pretty much right away, and since we don't have to be cautious about items, we can actually take the spiral of stars today. It now reads, add a word to spiral of stars, then gain 1 key and. I've gushed about it before, and I will gush about it again in the future, but I just love the design of this constellation. It's so fun to see it every time. It's fun to see it get better every time you take it. It's fun to get more out of it. It's fun to guess what the next word is going to be. It's just really well designed. We take a nice gallery so that we can hopefully get some free allowance and a blue tent memo done today. Unfortunately, we also take a lost and found to hopefully find a telescope, and it eats our key 8, so nailed it. I know this next bit wasn't on today's 3-step plan, but if you've seen a single one of my videos, you know I'm incapable of staying on task. So we take a wine cellar and just start testing out the whole numeric coring thing. The Roman numerals under the crest are MCCXIII, which translates to 1213. After playing around with it a bit, we find a value of 1, if you do the order plus divided minus. This obviously doesn't feel right. I was expecting maybe 8 or 46 or something. And like, even if 1 is right, what do we do with the number 1? So after about 5-ish minutes of messing around with it, we can't seem to figure out anything that feels more right, and we just move on. I know I'm glossing over this whole numeric coring thing pretty quickly, but like I said, it's going to be a while until we know what to do with it, so I'll go into more depth when we get there. But moving on, we managed to complete steps 2 and 3 of today's goal, so we end the day on 108 stars and prepare for doing the whole thing over, but correctly, tomorrow. With all that housekeeping out of the way, I'll throw it back to the live footage now, and we can finally discover what's at the end of this riddle.
Prosaic Villa. Okay. We should be on 108 stars. Drafting the observatory will be our 109th. Gets us the Southern Cross. And then we need to draft one more room that costs a gem. Unfortunately, it can't be our treasure trove now that we've lost our Blessing of the Monk. Now that we've hecked it up. The fact that the file cabinet key isn't removed from your inventory when you use it, freaking pissing me off. Take a lost and found in case we accidentally pick something up. We can use the lost and found to get rid of it. Reroll for observatory. There we go. Okay. This should be our Southern Cross. Oh, why did I take that? Weird. Why do we have a Southern Cross and Diamondus Minor? We're at 109. Yeah, of course we are. No, we're not at 105. Oh my god. My brain is falling apart. Okay, we have to use this key and this gem. Use the key and the gem. I should not have clicked that thing. There's a commissary. Cost us the gem. Now we just need to get a couple ranks up to cost us the key, or we draft a Great Hall and we're guaranteed to use the key. Use key. Oh, hello. Alright. Now, I am going to go down there and then set a timer, and then we're gonna go over all of our notes and spend some time talking about some of the notes that I don't understand, and maybe think about this numeric core thing and just like kind of organize some of our stuff. This isn't where I'm going. This is where I'm going. You know what? I have the steps. I'm gonna go actually look at the time in the entrance hall and just set like an exact timer so I'm prepared for. So I have like a minute to prepare for what's gonna happen. Okay. Set an alarm for 35 minutes. I mean, we have the lost and found, so we can get rid of any items we pick up. The problem is making sure we have the Great Hall, so we can get rid of any excess keys we end up acquiring. Gems are our only issue, but we can be careful about taking them. What am I even hoping to draft? I mean, I'd like to try and go draft some blue tents, but I mean, am I really? That seems pretty unlikely. Let's just see if we can do it. I don't think we can, but we'll see if we can. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locked doors still to use, so we can get as high as 5 keys without screwing ourselves. I'm sorry, what? That's new? Is it a third of 12, so 4? It is. Wow. A third of 15, so 5 times 3 is back to 15. Wow, I've never seen this. Cool. Third of 3 is 1, plus 20 is 21, minus 11 is 10. Minus 5 is 5. These are getting harder. Yes, I can take as many items as I want. Lost and found can ditch them all for me. Assuming I have the steps. Gem. Though we don't have a study, so we can't just... Hey, look at that! Why did I pick up that coin? Why did I pick up that coin? Oh my god. Why would I do that? Oh, my brain. Where is my brain today? I'm usually so meticulous and careful while playing this game. Why am I playing it like a buffoon? Oh my goodness. What can I do about this coin? I need to draft a chapel. Draft a chapel. Fix your mistakes. Locked. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. I think they purposefully make you wait until 1:30 because they expect you'll do dumb shit like what I'm doing. I have a key card. You'll do dumb shit like what I'm doing and end up in these situations where you have to like work your way out of it. And I've fallen for it. I've done exactly what they wanted. I'm just freaking winging it right now. And that is not how I normally play. I'm normally so freaking methodical and slow. And I'm just, take this, I'll take that, take this. We'll take the furnace to help us find a chapel. Look at that. My thinking cap is back on. Show me a chapel. Closed exhibit. Okay. We can try and figure out how to get into this while we're here. Oh. Got a bedroom. And now if I could put a chapel off of this bedroom. Not taking that coin purse. Chapel. Nice. Okay. Solved our coin problem. Dummy. Aquarium gets rid of our gem. Okay, now we just re-roll twice and we're good. Nothing for us there. The back of the closed exhibit, like the foundation, the controls are on the back. Exhibit security system. What? What? Okay, so what does it do? What? Reveal. You did the same thing I did. You just stumbled into the back of it. Okay, so where's the hint for it? Where's the hint for this? Is it in the master bedroom? In the same place that tells you about the foundation? This tripwire shit is crazy. There's so many of them. This little control panel is so funny. Okay, lower barrier. Barrier. I think barrier is a very strong word for what I'm looking at. On the map in the safe house. Wow. Okay. I have been talking about going back to the safe house for a bit. Because of the music note that said there's a key on the wall or whatever. And also I haven't been there in a long time and I've got a lot more information. So I might have combed the map over more carefully, but if I didn't have a magnifying glass, I don't know if I would have found it. This... Why couldn't they make the barrier something you realistically can't walk by, you know? Reset alarm system. Wow. Okay. So we only have 10 seconds to run around. So you have to So I also got lucky that I'm exactly 4 rooms away, because if I had to like travel like all the way around this whole section to get to the back of the closed exhibit, I wouldn't be able to do this. So I got doubly lucky. Oh my gosh. Did it. Okay. Are the tripwires back on? Okay, let me read what it does first before I test that. If there's not a red room, among the first 3 floor plans you draw while drafting, you may redraw floor plans. Also useful for rehearsing museum burglary. A familiar red paper crown. Familiar because this is... Aren't we wearing this in the book The Red Prince? So presumably our mom put this here. If there's not a red room among the first 3 floor plans you draw while drafting, you may redraw floor plans. That's really good. That's really... Wow, that's a good item. Damn. It's also very cool. It's kind of the opposite of the Crown of the Blue Prince. I love that. I love that. Very cool. So, why did this cage go up? Oh, because I hit the tripwires. That's what the tripwires. Ah. Oh, so if I hadn't made it in 10 seconds and I walked into the tripwires, it would have been locked away for good. Okay, cool. Wow, what a cool discovery. And this is a little goofy. What am I looking at here? Like, A, that's supposed to be the spot, the little looky hole, but A, it's directly behind a pillar, so I couldn't really look through it, and B, why is it just a black texture? Okay, well, we did that. We got 21 minutes until the sacred hour, so I guess we'll try and draft a couple of blue tent doors. I'm not totally comfortable with that. We only have 43 steps. We'll draft a couple, but we're gonna have to save some steps to go back and forth through the lost and found to ditch all our items. Wow, this is so good. Wow, so cool. You know what? I'm just gonna... I don't want to risk it. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna stop being dumb. I'm gonna use all of our rerolls here. Just draft a pantry. And then I'm gonna go ditch my items. I'm just gonna do it now before I screw it up again, because I won't have time to do another run today. And if I screwed it up, I'd be very sad. You know what? We've got some... Since we've got 20 minutes, let's watch some, Alzara. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. We got 5.5 minutes, so I'm not even gonna go over that one. I'm gonna just make my way out. We have no stuff there. We need to go over to the lost and found, ditch our remaining items. And then I set my alarm for a couple minutes before I actually had to be there. Let me just double check. We have no items, no keys, gems, coins. We have the Southern Cross, and we should be hitting 130 in about 5 minutes. I didn't actually look at the clock in the entrance hall. I should have done that. I do have the time to go back and look, but I'm not gonna do it. Ooh! Oh, it's happening! It's happening! It's happening, but what's happening? South, east, west. The infinity symbol. I mean, is it... This is out there. This is wild, if this is right. 1213? No, from the family core, 1213. Other than that, I have no guesses for this. I'm really surprised by this. In Aries' court where the king now lays, on the sacred hour that time-worn phrase, will a youth approach with empty arms, without gifts, nor gold, nor mannered charms, and in sky above a brilliant sign, a sullen cross as 5 stars align. The black key is lying with the last king of 8, a patient figure, a reckoning great. Oh man, I'm a little upset right now because I have... What's with the squares? What's with the grid? I'm a little upset right now because I have no idea. Not even a little. What other time? I mean, the sacred hour is like when we got here, so that's really the main time I would have thought of. 8:08? I mean, that doesn't make sense. It's just 8. What about just 8 o'clock? Crap, I really don't want to just guess this. I feel like I should be able to figure this out. Oh my god. Is it like a safe? Like I have to put it's a combination. Yeah. Alright. Let's review the notes. None of the memos from the treasure trove have anything even remotely related to this. Oh. 6. Okay, wait. Maybe it has to do with this thing. 6 add 6. Toward northeast. I still don't think I know what Tor means, right? I think I would have written that down if I did. This has to be it, right? This has to be the code. 6 add 6. Tor word. Oh. 6 add 6. Tor word toward east. Okay. 6 add 6 toward east. 6 being spelled like this is still very odd. Okay, so looking at this, I mean, 6 add 6 toward east. I mean, east is here, toward... Oh man, unfortunately, I'm out of time. I gotta leave in like 5 minutes. The thing is, I'm kind of seeing how I might get a specific time out of this, but I'm not seeing how I get a combination out of this. 6 add 6 is 12, but 12 toward east. So whatever 6 is the first thing. Then you add 6 for the second. I don't know what Tor is. And then the last piece of the combination is word east. So the last piece of the combination should be pointing directly to the word east. A small hint to help me understand, like, are those Eurasian and I just don't know them yet? What if you wrote 6 as 6? Okay, that's not a small hint. It's a Roman numeral. 104. 104. Add 10. Add 6, you get 110. Tor word east. T-O-R. But T-O-R is not a Roman numeral. 109. What did I say? 104. Yeah, thank you. 109. 109. Okay, so 109 is probably the first piece, 115 the second. I don't understand Tor. I mean, it feels very Eurasian. Like, I get that it feels Eurasian, but... Alright, I think the password is gonna be 115, whatever Tor leads us to, and then somehow having... Oh, or it's 109, 115, and then Tor gives us what the hour hand should be on, and the minute hand goes on east, something like that. We're gonna have to do it next time, unfortunately. Yeah, I gotta go. I got IRL shit going on tonight. We kind of failed today. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I could have and should have gotten more done than I did, but that's okay. We know we are set up for what is to come. We know what we're doing next time for sure. And hopefully that clock has stayed available to us and we can solve it next time. I have this issue where if I was playing without streaming or without making a video, I would probably just spend an hour and a half looking at that puzzle trying to figure it out on my own. But I don't want to commit so much time to just staring at a puzzle and trying to figure it out, because that's boring to watch. But also, I don't want to figure it out off camera because then you don't get the aha moment of me figuring it out. So I ask for a small hint to figure it out, you know, instead of just finding it out on my own. It's a bit of a conundrum, but that's okay. I'm still enjoying it very much. I wish I could do all this hint-free. But honestly, this one's freaking hard. I don't know how much I would have gotten there on my own. Hey, look at that. It's the paper crown.
Who are you? Where did that come from? Why is that even in my head? Moo, do you want to say hi? Screw it. Screw it, that's the one.